welcome back everybody. I'm going to go ahead and begin coring these provinces up, which is quite expensive with our 2 admin ruler. It's going to be very crucial for me to keep our power projection above 50 because our monarch points or monarch powers is just abysmal right now. Of course, one of the reasons our economy has so drastically improved is because we drastically expanded our vassals, who are giving us a lot of monthly income between them. Okay, let's start this third claim, and then it's time to go to war. This war is going to bring us into war with the Empire once again. However, it will allow us to actually enforce religion on members of the Empire. Nice. This is the highest development province in Serbia itself, and he's converting that. That means surely he can afford to convert all of them to Catholic within Serbia. Very good. Okay, I think we're going to make Brandenburg co-belligerent. That's going to allow us to convert him to Catholic and force religion on him, as well as Lorraine. So let's do it. Let's just have one big war with the Empire, and that should hopefully allow us to convert a lot of them to Catholic. And our allies back us up, which is just perfect. Genoa, eh? That's unfortunate. Oh well. Takes so long for enemies to call in their allies nowadays. It's an observation I keep making, but it's just so, it just stands out so much. It seems to take months for them to actually call in their allies. Of course, our numbers are just absolutely outstanding on our side of the war, but they do have them scary Prussian troops in both Brandenburg and Prussia itself, and a very scary general there as well. Considering the Russians are behind in tech, even though their numbers are so few, they're going to be pretty darn potent, I would suggest. Of course, I'm basically going to ignore Lithuania. I have a feeling that Russia will be able to handle them themselves. Working on getting the Empire out, the sooner the better, because we're losing just a horrendous amount of imperial authority as long as we're at war with the Empire. Prussia's pretty much just chilling there, strangely enough. That could be due to liberty desire, I don't know. I thought he didn't have liberty desire, so I'm not so sure. Wait, I'm not at war with Lorraine? I thought I was. Seems like Brandenburg wasn't co-belligerent. Maybe I missed it, or something else that I'm missing. One less heretic inside the Empire. And of course, we're always going to break alliances outside the Empire with anybody within the Empire, given the opportunity. Because ideally, we don't want to be getting dragged into war like this. Aha! Bohemia took yet another 3 provinces. Awesome. Now Silesia is technically a 1-province minor, so there is a likelihood that the Poles might be able to turn the war around on them. We're about to find out. Yeah, it looks as though they have been. Damn it. Poor Silesia, he got wrecked. Ah, you fool. We might find we have to liberate this province here shortly. This is so sad. The Empire is in such a sorry state, guys. I can't enforce religion on him. It's really strange. I thought I made him co-belligerent. So we're just going to peace out Brandy ASAP. Uh-oh. Here come the scary Prussian troops. I think they're just going to try re-siege Berlin. Okay, that was pretty costly, but you know, it has to be done in order to expand. But at least we're improving the... well, now, improving the heretical situation. I think Verdun is about to flip Protestant. I mean, how could they not when they're 100% Protestant? At least at the moment we're not losing any imperial authority while we're not at war with the Empire. course Silesia. This is going to be the first time in a long time that a Holy Roman Empire core has been conquered by a nation outside of the empire. Damn it. The Russians have an heir, but damn, that heir is good though. Super good heir. Perhaps he will die. Perhaps if we're lucky, the heir will die. Regardless, let's peace out Lithuania. Russia won't hand over that siege, you damn bastard. Let's give the Russians a province. So we should be able to take this one province from the Crimea, no problem. I think I'll just do that rather than vassalize them. I don't know. I don't know. If we freed up a diplo spot, that would be good to vassalize them to take these provinces. We'll see. France is sitting at 67%. Almost 68. %100% power projection feels pretty good. Nothing wrong with that. We're encroaching on the year 1600, guys. I'd be really interested to hear how you guys think we're doing overall, and of course I'm referring to trying to conquer the world rather than playing as the emperor. As I stated in the beginning, the early stages, hey, Silesia has some troops, maybe he's okay. I hope so. As I stated in the beginning of this series, our goal is going to be to pass this imperial reform for this series to actually essentially vassalize the entire Holy Roman Empire. And in regards to that, I think we're doing perfectly fine. It's taking its sweet time at this stage, but as you can see, we can pass that right now. So it's just a matter of time. Once we finally integrate the Mamelukes, this is a lot of provinces here as well. A lot of provinces. Integrating France and the Mamelukes as well as expanding, I'm pretty confident that we will gain the imperial authority. Of course, I'm trying to kill my ruler as well, which will put us at 41. I really don't want to go over our diplo relations slots right now. You know what? Let's try kill our heir. I'm going all in for the dynasty, man. We need the Russian dynasty if we're to conquer the world. I'm just gonna constantly try to actually kill, like, one way or another, man. By the way, that heir is so strong. One way or another, I want to gain their dynasty. I think killing our heir is probably a smart idea. We would still have to defeat him in a war, which I'm pretty confident we could handle that. But we would also have to wait for the opportunity to actually personal union him as well. So there's a long way to go. We have to gain his dynasty. I mean, it's pretty far-fetched at this stage. Our truce with the Ottomans ends in 2 years, and that's going to be a really exciting war. We're probably going to do our best to actually... of course he's allied to Lithuania. That's okay. We're going to do our best to 100% him. I think we've reached the stage where we stand a good chance to defeat him at sea, and of course we're going to be able to... Russia's going to surround him. And then simply return as much core as we can, starting with Byzantium and then following with the Mamelukes. Nice, get him, Silesia. I hope Silesia is winning that war. "72% on France, oh my gosh." Let's turn the speed up for the next 2 years. I don't think there are any wars we could be declaring. I could declare on Naples, but he's allied to Russia. Perhaps declaring on Naples whilst we bring Russia into a war against the Ottomans? Perhaps that's a smart way to handle that situation. Nice. Sick. Okay, we're gonna cancel this mission. Nice. I love watching the Empire expand. That's so cool. I mean, Krakow is a high development province that was essentially just conquered on our behalf. Ultimately, it will be ours. And somehow we're gaining authority for the first time in a long time. Of course, I wouldn't complain if we were able to get the English dynasty as well. At the rate that we integrated France, integrating England would be no trouble at all. And I think England is probably #1 in the New World right now. It looks like Spain is second. Considering Spain also has a personal union over Portugal, they're probably #1. With their colonies in Africa as well. Gonna make some claims on Naples, just in case I do end up desiring their land. Our Diplotech is, we're hurting. We're hurting pretty badly on Diplotech because we're actually integrating France so efficiently. Look at that, man. Our flippin' reputation is almost 10. I think that's the highest I've ever had it. We're integrating them so efficiently that it's just using literally all of our Diplo. These colonial missions, I can't really achieve those at the moment, so... Wow, I didn't even consider taking this. That's an admin policy? I should have taken that earlier. I'm not going to do it now. But I definitely should have done that. Make it 20% cheaper. I mean, we're probably talking about hundreds of Diplo. Yeah. France almost costed 3,000 to integrate. No, yes. I was about to say no, we lost the statesman, but there is another one. Our truce should come up with the Ottomans here in a moment. In March, okay. So this war should be pretty easy. We have a really good general. We've got one better tech, and that was actually gave us a superior unit. France has one better tech, and Russia's on par with him. So I imagine this is going to be pretty easy. Hey, check it out! Silesia turned Catholic. That's obviously one of the reasons we're actually gaining right now. So he has better navy, but if the English back us up, then that should not be the case. And the English don't wish to back us up, that's okay. Okay, here we go. Let's actually upgrade our fleet here. We are going to, slowly but surely as our coastline expands, we're going to focus more and more on the navy. Once we integrate France, of course, we're going to have the opportunity to expand in areas in the New World, and our navy is going to be pretty important to do that. Looks like French Canada is actually large enough that it's colonizing on its own accord. That's very good. So I fully expect Russia to roll through Lithuania in due time. God dang, he's so big. Russia's so big, man. I want to PU him so badly. Here comes the French bosses, walking all the way through Europe. That's how large our empire is. You can walk from one side of Europe to the other. Pretty cool. When does our truce end with the Poles? Ah, this year as well. And all of his allies inside the Empire are Catholic. That's quite frustrating. Every single one of them. Ugh. hardly even seen any Ottomans yet. Of course, we want as much war score as possible, so this is going to be a really long war. Estonia's on the map. I'm really gambling, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna feed Russia even more. I'm really kind of going all in on the possibility of actually PUing them. The possibility is really slim, but I'm really going all in on that. Feeding Russia is a really bad idea, you know, if we weren't going to deal with them in one war. If only because of the truce timer. You know, the larger and larger and larger they get, and the later we do not expand into them, the longer it's going to take. To actually conquer the world, it would eventually come down to truce breaking. There would be no other way to do it. Now I wonder with our super general and our better tech if... he teched up. Blasted guy. We have moral of armies. I'm just going to YOLO in, even though our stack is a little bit smaller, just to kind of get a feel of how strong they are. Okay. That's unfortunate. So the French are crossing the sea to the mainland. Very good. Stack wiping the Ottomans here, which I think we will do, is going to be pretty punishing for them. And we're accumulating a lot of money. Got him. Awesome. So let's go ahead and see if we can spend some of this money in a smart way. 42, 0.42, not bad. I'm not really liking how weak these are for 570. Let's do this one for 0.42. And I'm going to start making some trade ships. No, I was going to say to explore, but we don't actually have an exploring idea. Let's build one heavy ship, however. Because soon we're going to be fighting out in the open seas with our navies. I'm going to separate piece Lithuania for one of these Orthodox provinces to give it to Russia. Oopsie daisies. Suffering some pretty bad attrition out there, my bad. The Ottomans have such a large navy, it's crazy, man. They could probably handle our navy if they would just consolidate it, but it being separate like this, it's gonna get slaughtered. Suckers. Going to keep fabricating on the Polish because we will take a large chunk out of them after this war. Regardless, guys, I think you guys can see how this war is going. Pretty clean, clear, and decisive, in my opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and call this an episode, as this is kind of dragging on. Let's break Lithuania's relations, his alliances. Fed Russia a little bit more once again. That's, I think, the third time we fed him land out of Lithuania. Really banking on that PU with him if we're going to actually conquer the world. Regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time where we're going to conclude this war with the Ottomans and then most likely actually declare on the Poles. In regards to passing this reform, France is sitting at 90%, so I imagine within a year or so, a couple years, we're going to have France brought into the empire, and that's going to allow us to be one reformation or one reform away from the ultimate reform due to adding land to the empire. Sitting here in the positive is just awesome, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to tune in if you want to see how this concludes. See you guys next time.